After looking at advanced baseball stats and breaking down swing mechanics, I believe I have found the real problems to why Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is not performing like the MVP back in 2021. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Blue Jays Today. In this video, I'm going to shine some light on why Vladimir Guerrero Jr. isn't hitting like he was 2 years ago. I have seen it countless times over the internet, over YouTube, over Twitter, Blue Jay fans, Blue Jay analysts trying to find the solution to why Vladimir Guerrero Jr. isn't performing like he was back in 2021. I've even seen people suggest that we need to trade Vladimir Guerrero Jr., which is crazy to think because when you look over at Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s Savant page, all you see is red in the hard hit categories. And then you look over at his stats and you think, well, why isn't he getting the results? So I took to the internet, looked at a ton of articles, did a ton of research, even dived back into my old experience playing baseball myself, trying to find some sort of reason as to why. And I believe I found 4 theories that we can work off of as to why Vladimir Guerrero Jr. isn't putting up the results. Number 1, bad luck. Again, when you look at the hard hit percentiles, they're just ridiculous. And Vladdy is second in MLB in hard hit baseballs, right behind Ronald Acuna Jr. As well, Vladdy has an expected batting average of .302 this season compared to his .268 average. And he's also got an expected slugging of .509 compared to his actual slugging of .435. And when you add up his on-base percentage this year, Vladdy should have an OPS of .888 compared to his actual .780. So yes, you could say he is getting pretty unlucky, but how is Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s expected OPS 100 points higher than his actual OPS? And I think the big reason why is in my next point right here. Number 2, he's not getting enough backspin on the baseball. Because when you look at how far Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s barreled baseballs are going, it's not very far at all. In fact, it's shockingly low. Now, to remind you guys, a barrel is when a baseball player hits the ball at a perfect launch angle and at an exit velocity over 110 miles per hour. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr., well, he's 74th percentile in MLB in barrel percentage. In his barrels, they're only traveling 365 feet on average, which ranks 3rd worst in Major League Baseball. Now, how is that possible when he's hitting the 2nd most amount of hard hit baseballs in the league? Only one theory actually makes sense to me, and that Vladdy is topping the baseball. No, Vladdy isn't hitting a lot of ground balls. In fact, Vladdy's ground ball percentage is really good this year. No, instead he's topping the baseball when he's coming up to hit in his swing. When he hits the top of the baseball, what it does is it creates this downward kind of spin, just like a pitcher would throw a breaking ball. When you create this downward spin, after some distance, you're gonna have the ball start to topple towards the earth. So most of these barrels that Vladdy's hitting, instead of going out of the ballpark, they're falling just in front of the warning track or even shorter for easy fly ball outs. What Vladdy needs to do is hit just the middle part or lower of the baseball. When he does that, he creates this backspin just like a pitcher would with a fastball, allowing it to carry a lot farther and exit a lot faster out of the ballpark. If he can start hitting the bottom part of the ball, I think a lot of those barrels are gonna end up in home runs. Time for a quick shout out to Betway. Betway is the best place to make all of your sports bets on all of your favorite teams. Betway is also in collaboration with iGaming Ontario. Must be 19 years older to participate. And guys, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content. Now for theory number 3, he's behind on the fastball. Now this one is pretty obvious to me. You've seen it all year long. He has not been able to hit the fastball. He's only pulling the fastball 17% of the time this year compared to the 30% of the time back in 2021, which tells me he is just not on time with the fastball. And this year, pitchers are going to the pitch to get Vladdy out. He's striking out 22% of the time on the four-seamer compared to 10% of the time in 2021. And now for the final theory on why Vladdy isn't hitting as well as he was in 2021. He has a poor approach at the plate. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you see what pitches Vladdy's offering at this year. He's offering at way too many pitches on the edges of the zone, sliders away outside of the zone, and the stats back it up. His chase rate is up enormously at 30.1% compared to 24.5% in 2021. And for me, this comes down to a mental thing. Pitchers are obviously pitching him a lot tougher this year. Fastballs up and in on the hand, sliders away from him. And when he's not getting the results, when he does make good contact with the baseball, that begins to wear away at you mentally. You begin to expand the zone and chase pitches you normally wouldn't. So which of these theories is most likely for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. struggles? Honestly, I think it's a combination of all of them. And how does he get better? I think Vladdy really does need to go back in the cages and work on his mechanics. I'm obviously not a hitting coach, but maybe you should look into the whole backspin theory to see if you can get a little bit more carry on those barrels. And if he can start doing that and start seeing some actual good results from those barrels, then maybe that starts to affect his mental game too, and he can lay off those borderline pitches. And if he could do that, I think Vladdy could be one of the top hitters in the game yet again. And also, guys, Vladdy's 24 years old. The kid's younger than me. Let's give him a little bit of time. You guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about these theories that I'm presenting? And are there any other theories as to why Vladdy's struggling that I may have missed in this video? And please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, go Jays go.